Guys, today we've got one of the rarest Nikes on the planet, Justin Bieber's new shoes, and a ton more. So let's hop in. Right, we're gonna start off with a couple pairs that I was too eager to get into, so I couldn't wait to show you guys. I apologize, but this is the Krispy Kreme Crocs. You know I had to do it. Now, these things are actually pretty cool. Yes, they're ridiculous, I'm fully aware, but they come in like a literal Krispy Kreme box, and then you get the actual shoes, which, by the way, they actually light up. You got some additional strawberry and chocolate icing so you can actually match the shoes, but out of the box you get them kind of mismatched. You got the pink and the chocolate on one. These things are fun. I'm just a huge fan of donuts and Krispy Kremes. If you've seen the PAGEBROS channel, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't know how much I'm gonna wear these things, but I at least can rock them around the house, look down, get a little chuckle every now and then. These things are sick. Definitely glad I picked them up. Just a good old donut connoisseur, and if you are as well, I'm sure you appreciate them. Next, we got the all-new crazy Nike Panda Dunks. Now, as you can see, I did a little bit more than just getting into these. So let me pull out the shoes and then I'll explain what the hell's going on with the box. Inside, you get a little sticker pack with this new panda face. And then the actual Panda Dunks looking very different from the originals. You also get an extra set of sale boucle laces to match the boucle black ones that you get on the shoes. But one of the wildest things is that inside this box, you'll see at the bottom, you get a little tutorial of how to transform this box into something. And when you cut it all out to do a little bit of the folding and follow all of the steps, you get this, which is like a little display thing. So it's got like the Nike logo over there, and it's pretty thick cardboard. Like, this box is definitely thicker than your standard Nike box. Now, I'm assuming you use this for, like, I don't know, random little things that you have around the house, like pencils or a scent diffuser or car keys. More than likely, most people are never going to use this. But the sneakers themselves, I'm actually pretty impressed, especially in comparison to like the first Panda Dunks, which were made out of just straight up plastic. These things are now covered in a really soft, very hairy suede. The boucle laces make it feel more premium. You've got like a much more premium and quality sock liner, which is actually really soft and padded. You got these crazy little tassels, which are also on the reverse of the tongue, as well as another one of those panda faces. It's a cool pair of Panda Dunks. I mean, I just wish that they dropped these things like 3 years ago when the originals were going crazy. But either way, solid pair. I mean, great quality for a pair of Dunks, interesting concept, and a weird one. Next! Oh, and by the way, if you want to check out any of the sneakers in today's video, check the links in the description, as well as some of my favorite picks. I'll put it all down there for you to go and look. So this is an early pair of those upcoming Nikes. I'm not going to do any explaining, I'm just going to show you. That's obviously what we're here to do. I will say this one I'm very excited for because I've never seen like the actual packaging that people are going to get. Here we go. So an orange performance Nike box. You can see on the side there it says Future Bowerman with a little holographic, it almost feels like a sticker, but it's actually like stamped in there. It just says Future. Let's pop these things open. Oh, we got a little note over here from the Zellerfeld team. Shout out to them for sending these things over. And you get special paper. Look at that. Airmax 1000. Damn! This is the Nike Airmax 1000. Now, obviously, you can see I do have a pair in the back. I've had them for about 8 months since ComplexCon, but this is actually my size. Those ones were too big, so these ones are actually going to fit. And yes, these are going to be dropping very soon. I think they're dropping on the 19th. However, they are extremely limited. There's 2 different colorways. One's dropping through the Nike Sneakers app. That's like the oat colorway. Only 300 pairs. This one is exclusive to Zellerfeld.com, also dropping on the 19th. I'm not entirely sure how limited, but I think it's somewhere around that 300. So super limited, super rare, incredibly hard to get. Since I had those original ones, I did like a review and everything and a wear test. We didn't know what the price was. Now we know. These are going to retail for 180 bucks. If you know anything about Zellerfeld's 3D printed shoes, it's actually kind of a steal. Like, I know still very expensive, but like normally Zellerfeld shoes are like 250, 200 plus. This one obviously has like the whole Nike design team behind it. It's got an actual air unit, the only 3D printed shoe with an air unit. But in short, this is a very cool shoe, and I do want to give you guys like a little bit of information about these because I know that the release is around the corner, so you probably want to know a little bit more about sizing. So let me slip these things on and double check, because obviously these ones should be a US 9. Oh yeah, like a glove. These things are way better. These things are nice, very, very comfortable. Like, I mean, I'm just a huge fan of 3D printed shoes because of how comfortable they are. If you are going for this pair of shoes, stay true to size. That's where it fits the best. I mean, I've tried bigger, I've tried smaller. These things, they fit great. They also look dope. It's just such a clean design. The only thing I don't like about it is that the fact that it's so grippy, you know, it kind of pulls your socks apart. Like you can see there's a little bit of fluff in there. When you actually have them on, it doesn't feel bad. It's just when you like put them on and take them off that it kind of grips to your socks. This is definitely a shoe that you kind of have to like feel and wear to really understand. Now I have two pairs. What should I do with the other one? Should I cut it open? Should I see what's inside the Air Max 1000? Should I do a durability test? Or should I just give it away? Let me know down in the comments and let me know if you're going to be going for these. Drop your thoughts, but let's keep it moving. Next, we got a giant box. We might as well stick with Nike. So yes, we've got multiple Nike sneakers. First, we got another little performance box. Now this one is just an instant straight into the rotation great sneaker. I'm talking about the brand new Nike Vomero Plus. Yes, now you guys know, hopefully you know that I did a review on these and compared them to the Vomero 18s, but they only just recently launched and I thought I had to pick up a colorway because the ones that I reviewed were like that orange colorway, which wasn't bad, but this one is insanely clean. I just love the all over white crispy clean upper with this kind of like gradient effect that they've got going on with this red. So it's like red in the middle and then it slowly goes to like lighter red and then really light, so it has like this cool effect. I don't know, it just looks dope. Now obviously if you don't know about the Vomero Plus, it's hands down the most comfortable shoe Nike has made. This is going to be the go-to for everyday walking around, chilling, running. It's just a great sneaker overall. Highly recommend checking it out, and if you do want to see these compared to the Vomero 18 to see which one is better, check that video out. It's on the channel. Just type in Elliot Page Vomero and you shall find it. Either way, just wanted to show you these because I am definitely adding them to the rotation immediately. Now this one, long time coming, but I finally picked up a new colorway of the V5 runner. It's like I bought that kind of like golden one when it first launched before they had any other colorways on the website, and now they finally just launched this one, which is like a metallic black and white. Super, super clean colors. 90 bucks. Like I could probably have two of these in the rotation easy. I love the first ones. They're just a great pair of affordable, comfortable, everyday sneakers from Nike. Love these things. So definitely had to pick up one of these. Right, even bigger. I feel like we got a little triple threat in here. Hello, first pull tab of the video. I can't get my grip. Nah. Oh, we got a pair of Asics. This is actually a little collaboration that I just liked the colorway of so much. I had to pick them up. Double wrapped. It's definitely a little bit more of an expensive one, so better make sure that they're super good. Ooh, okay, this is the Asics and Nimbus 10.1. Damn, I do really like that blue. Wow, this is actually really nice. So this is obviously a very popular model right now, the Nimbus 10.1. You get some extra laces, which are kind of like sail, yellowy, somewhat aged. The actual like materials on here are very, very nice. It's definitely elevated from your standard retro style runner because now you have some very hairy suede, which feels great. The padding is really nice and just soft to the touch. Looks like you get some custom insoles. So I think this colorway is inspired by milk, and that looks to be what's on here. Yeah, some milk foam and then the end branding. Man, but what a colorway. This is just so clean. Just the nice sails and whites and I guess milky colors alongside that very nice blue, especially in the like the little gel units in the bottom. That looks super cool. Either way, great pair of shoes. It's based off of like the Kayano 14 midsole, so if you've tried those, which I have, it's like my most worn pair of Asics, most worn pair of sneakers, full stop, then you know how comfortable these things are. Right, this one's a huge question mark. I've actually never bought a pair of shoes from this brand, but it's called Mizuno. I don't need to introduce it like that. I'm sure you know Mizuno. But they did a very interesting looking pair of shoes that is super affordable, so I thought, you know, if I'm going to be a reviewer and talk about like the most comfortable shoes that are affordable, then I need to at least try these things out. So this is the Mizuno MXR, and not off to the greatest start. It feels very synthetic on the upper and just kind of flimsy. Let me pull this padding out. Yeah, that upper is very, very flimsy. Like, wow, okay, that's not the greatest padding either. I mean, I'll try them on, but it's definitely not giving me high hopes based off of the initial first impressions. But looks wise, it's cool. It looks pretty interesting. It's a nice kind of retro runner style, but I don't know if I'm compelled enough to actually recommend them just based off of the feel. So I don't know, unless they blow my mind in terms of comfort, probably won't be speaking about these again, but who knows? I'll test them out. We'll see. Adidas making a little appearance. Let's see what I picked up in here. Now, this is going to be a pretty wild model. Oh, it's looking pretty clean. Damn, this is the Adidas Megaride S2. Okay, so it's kind of like a new retro style model from Adidas. They kind of did this crazy futuristic upper on here, which is very, very nice feeling rubber. Like it's super just nice and soft and textured. It acts as kind of like a sheath. So you've got like a little zip, which you can undo and then reveal the actual lacing system underneath. This is actually a cool looking pair of shoes. The padding around the ankle feels pretty dope. It's definitely a unique one. Like I'm looking at it now, like the pointy toe box is pretty aggressive. I'm like a huge fan of this like retro futuristic look. Like I do like myself a pair of Nike Shocks. So testing these out, like I know they're not going to be as comfortable. This is pretty solid over here. I'm going to try them out. Either way, I like the look of them for sure. The Megaride S2. What a wild pair of sneakers. Right, this one's very, very heavy, but it should be the Justin Bieber stuff from his new brand Skylrk. Now, I did order a bunch of stuff from the website. This is just the first one that came in, so it'll be interesting to see what is actually in this box. And I'm also going to do a full review, but I did just want to give you guys a little look, a little unboxing look before I do the review. And I'm also waiting on the other products, and I kind of want everything to be together. But let's see if it's worth the pretty high price point. Okay, so what do we have in here? Okay, we've got hoodies and shoes. Ooh, okay, so first hoodie. Take a look at this packaging. That's real nice. Very nice frosted packaging. You got the little Skylrk logo over on the front. So if I can remember correctly, this was $180 for the hoodie. Here we go. I got the zip. I don't know what they call this one, just the zip hoodie. And it has shoulder pads in it. That's interesting. Did I know that these came with shoulder pads? I can't really remember. Now, the actual weight of this is, it's kind of thick, but it's a little bit lighter than I was expecting. And then here's the shoulder pads. They kind of just come in almost like a little, I don't know, some kind of like hammock style attachment thing where you can remove them pretty easily. You just pull them out, but let's try it on with them in. So for sizing reference, this is a medium. Oh, they're definitely baggy and oversized. Not actually that cropped. Like it's definitely slightly cropped, but not as cropped as you would expect. Let me do this up here. Man, look at me. I've been to the goddamn gym today. These shoulder pads are definitely thick. They are thick pads, but it's kind of a cool look. Like you don't really notice it all that much. Like if I just walked in here looking like this, would you tell that I had shoulder pads in? Like obviously you saw me before, so you're gonna know, but like remove that from your mind and just think about me right now. Do I look like I'm wearing shoulder pads? This is actually really nice. Solid material, fits great. Like it's a nice oversized, not bad. And I also got the blue one. Damn, that is very, very blue. That is a nice color though. Super, super bright. This one also has shoulder pads, so it's basically the same as the other one. I'm gonna save this one for the review, so just we can like do all of the products together. This is just kind of giving you a little sneak preview of what's to come. Subscribe to the channel because I'll drop this as soon as the rest comes in. But definitely one of the more interesting products has to be the shoes. So this is the Skylrk shoes. I think I got the Mules. Very premium box, and it also has like slight, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but like slight spray where there's like some light blue on there. Very, very nice box. I bet this box costs a lot of money to make. Damn, these things beefy. Holy. Now I'm really worried about sizing. I don't know what size I got, and if it is in US sizing, then it might be an issue, but wow. When they say chunky mule, they mean chunky. These things are thick. This is a pretty unique material as well. It's not what I was expecting. Like I was expecting some kind of like suede, something that you would typically see on a pair of mules, but this is far more, I guess, furry, almost like something you would find on a cushion, a couch, a towel maybe. Now on the footbed, it's way softer. That feels almost like a felty type suede. That's really nice. This is actually very, very soft under here, like this, which kind of looks hard. Like let me see if I can show you a little squish. Like you could see that squishes down. This midsole is soft, so that's promising for comfort. Me barefoot, me with the slides on. Barefoot foot slides on. Now listen, I happen to be part of the Short King Society, so these bad boys might just get put to work. Definitely a tall stack, but they feel pretty comfortable, at least just, you know, slipping my foot in there. I'm gonna do a lot more of a review on all of the products. Hopefully I get the rest in pretty soon, and you'll see that up on the channel. But let me know, did you order anything from Justin Bieber's brand? What do you think about it? So there you have it, guys. That is all of the sneakers. I'm fully out, so you're gonna have to subscribe to the channel and wait for the next one. Don't forget to check out the description where I'll link all of these products down there if you want to check any of them out, if any of them caught your attention. And also throw a video for you in the top left-hand corner. Check it out.